सदाशिवसमारम्भां ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Swamijis, Satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment. In 466 places through Nithyananda TV and 28 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. In 246 cities in 26 countries around the world as per the statistics. Cities sitting with us in two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Hollywood, California, North Hollywood, California, Laspet, Pondicherry, Eldams Road, Chennai, Manchester, UK, Alvarpet, Oman, Sivagangai, Louisville, Kentucky, Scottsdale, Arizona, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Singapore, Singapuram, Edgewater, New Jersey, San Julian, France, New York, Varanasi, Ohio, Prague, and Bangalore, Malleshwaram, Singapore, Singapuram, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Seattle, Chidambaram, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, San Jose, Madurai, Hyderabad, Bhagyanagaram, Toronto, Kailasam, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Phoenix, Kanchipuram, Edgewater, New Jersey. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Toronto, Kailasam, Shugandhi, I accepted your application for sannyas. I'll tell Bhakta to talk to you. After the final interview, you will be receiving sannyas very soon. Blessings. Today, Nirahara Samyama, second level, second day. Now I can see Tiruvannamalai, Arunachalam and Vancouver, Puri. I can see Oklahoma now. And now I can see St. Louis, Tirumala. Blessings to St. Louis, Tirumala. Okay, Tirumala. I can see Hong Kong also. Hong Kong too. St. Louis, Tirumala, you guys are able to see me? Yes, blessings. I can see Austin now and Bangalore North. Blessings. Phoenix. I can see Phoenix also. Okay, today I have a beautiful gift for you guys. After finishing this series, formally, a complete inner awakening sessions, I'll offer it through Satsang, morning Satsang. For the sake of people who can't come here, and for the sake of people who have done inner awakening like a revision, we will be offering. Of course, naturally, you will not be able to have the physical initiations and energy darshans and Akashic readings. Those part we may not be able to have. But the theory part and kriyas we will be having through morning satsang. Today is second day of Nirahara Samyama and second day of Nitya Kriya Yoga Tamil program happening in Bidadi. Let's start today's subject. I wanted to remind and ask, if you have attended yesterday's satsang and did not do yesterday's assignment, please raise your hand. Listen. If you have not come to the yesterday's satsang, no problem. But if you have come for yesterday's satsang and did not do the yesterday's assignment, raise your hand. All of you are requested to leave the hall and finish your assignment and come back. Please leave the hall. Complete your assignment and then come back. All over the world, in all the centers, if you have been here yesterday in the satsang and did not do the yesterday's assignment, see, no assignment, you will be able to complete it in one day. But if you have tried, that's enough. You sat with yourself at least for 10-15 minutes and tried to pen down, then it is equivalent to you doing the assignment. You did not even give the 10 minutes for yourself, for your assignment. Then you should, now I give you the time. Please go and do your assignment and come back. I'll continue to expand on authenticity, about which we were working yesterday. I was explaining the tattva of mamakara, ahankara, anyakara, and taking responsibility even for anyakara, strength, power. Please understand. Whether it is ordinary level of the world or metaphysical level of using the powers of the mind, or the spiritual level of using conscious powers, in all three levels, only when you take the responsibility for anyakara, you express, you radiate, I tell you. There's a very beautiful story. It's a Buddhist story which has a deep meanings. It's a very powerful metaphysical science they express through this story. Somebody goes and asks Buddha, you talk so much about Nibbana. Nibbana means the ultimate state of enlightenment, Nirvana. In Sanskrit we call it Nirvana. in Buddhism, Nibbana. The word is borrowed from Shaiva Siddhanta. Shaiva Siddhanta uses this word Nirvana. We have the oldest record of this word being used in the literatures is Shaiva records. Around 8,000 years before, the great saint Tirumular is using the word Nirvana Diksha. The Nibbana is borrowed from the word Nirvana of Saiva Siddhanta Sampradaya, the Shaiva Sampradaya. Understand somebody asked Buddha, Bhagavan, you speak so much about Nibbana, Nirvana. When are you going to get into that state? The person meant, are you already in that state, or you have to get into that state? Of course, the Nibbana, Nirvana, the person was asking was Videha Mukti, means after leaving the body. So naturally Buddha is in the body when the question was asked. So you cannot say I am already in the state. Enlightenment, Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti, there is a difference. Jivan Mukti means living enlightenment, Videha Mukti means radiating enlightenment after you leave the body. So this person was asking more about Videha Mukti. Buddha laughed. Naturally I cannot say I am already in because I am having the body. The next answer was very shocking. Buddha says, I won't be achieving nirvana even after I leave the body. Only after the last person of the world achieves nirvana, I am going to achieve it. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. That is why I tell you, still Buddha is available. He is waiting. Till the last person achieves enlightenment, I am not going to have nirvana. I am going to be waiting. The masters who commit with the disciples, understand? The masters who commit with the disciples make themselves continuously available. This is the extreme passions. Buddha works as if today you are going to get enlightenment, but he is ready to wait till the last person gets enlightenment. The power of passion and passions both expresses in their extreme only when you are authentic. Please understand, when a disciple feels my master is responsible for my enlightenment, master fulfills your anyakara. That is why when I say I commit with you till you become enlightened, the energy which works through this body will protect you and help you to reach that enlightenment. I am authentic about it. Understand? I am authentic about it. Sometimes people ask me, just few days before, One of my brahmacharini was asking me, how do you have so much of passion, Swamiji? You go on repeating the same. We are doing the same mistake and you repeat the same words. How you have patience? I was telling her, forget about one janma. I am repeating this for last so many janmas to you guys. And I know for sure I am going to repeat at least few more janmas. There is a beautiful story by Ramakrishna. He says only when the Swati nakshatra is in peak, if it rains and the mother pearl comes and opens the mouth above the ocean, and if that Swati nakshatra rainwater goes inside that mother pearl and that mother goes inside the ocean, that water drop, she works and makes it as a pearl. So how many things have to fall together? Swati has to be in a peak, rain has to happen, the mother pearl has to come to the top of the ocean, and she has to open her mouth, the water drop has to fall, and then she will close the mouth before the ocean water gets into the mouth. If a salt water gets in, pearl cannot happen. The pure Swati water has to get in, and then she goes inside, pearl happens. For pearl happening, so many things have to align. Same way, for an enlightenment to happen in you, you have to listen, then you have to internalize, then you should decide to work. You should have a strong trust. Then you will work. There is so many things need to align. The rain knows all the water it showers may not become pearl, and it has to wait for the Swati to come, then the mother pearl to come up and open the mouth. It knows, but it goes on showering. I know. So many things has to align, but I go on doing my work. I go on showering. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Peak capacity expresses with peak authenticity. I will not give up on you. I tell you, unless you have tremendous passions, authenticity cannot become reality in you. You need to have tremendous love and passions. I tell you, in any field, life happens to you, completion happens to you only when there is tremendous love for people and decision not to give up on people. The December Inner Awakening, I was talking to some of the disciples. What happens? Your son never comes to the programs and all that. She was giving some reasons. No. He's a silent, polite kid, but he doesn't come, I don't know. Then I was telling her, how I don't give up on you guys. You should make sure you don't give up on them. How come this guy doesn't get connected? She was giving some reason. The very reason, the way she gives the reason, I can understand. She gave up on him. Or she's not working on him. And I told her, no, you cannot give up on people. I tell you. First thing, you be authentic. Are you really honestly trusting what you are living? What I am doing to you? If you think this is the best can happen to human being, then you can't afford to give up on human beings. If you give up on human beings, you are a hypocrite. No, you can't give up on human beings. You may not be nischala, but till you become nischala, I will not give up on you. Nischala means unshaken. Whether you give up on me or not, I don't care. I will not give up on you. Bring authenticity, ability to stretch yourself, to complete even the anyakaras. Anyakara, what others feel about you, is not a curse. It is the possibility you can expand. If they feel you are great, expand, stretch yourself to fulfill that. If they think you are wrong, naturally they will attack you. Be strong enough to stand and withstand. I am doing my job. Same way now it is your turn to do your job. Raise to the anyakara of others, especially. Raise to the anyakara of me. I have certain image about you. When I raise to the image you carry about me, now it is your turn to raise yourself to my image about you. Only then the guru-disciple relationship starts. Shiva has to raise to the expectations of Uma. Uma has to raise to the expectations of Shiva. Only then the Meenakshi's wedding happens. So the Meenakshi's wedding is the symbolic scene of soul merging with cosmic soul. Individual becoming enlightened. Always the individual soul starts the journey fighting with cosmic soul. Understand? The journey starts with fight. The individual soul says, come on, what do you mean by not letting what I want happen? When you want to buy 2 candy for 50 paise and the shop wala says only he will give 1 candy for 50 paise and you start fighting with him, that fight is nothing but your fight with the cosmic soul. Even that is an expression of your individual soul rebelling. Don't think only when you start knowing about the science of enlightenment, your individual soul rebels. No. Your fight at the age of 3 with a candy wala to have more candy for the same money. From there your fight starts. All the journey, ultimate journey starts with fight. That is why the Meenakshi and Sundareshwara's union also started with fight. She goes there all the way to Kailash. That poor fellow is meditating. He is there somewhere. But she goes there all the way. For what? Fight. Almost all your sadhana is fight. Nothing but fight. Each time you expand to fulfill the responsibility of others' image about you, the cosmic union happens in you. The Meenakshi Kalyana happens in you. Meenakshi Kalyana is the typical story of how an individual soul expresses authenticity with mamakara, ahankara and anyakara. And just by authenticity, she is a successful queen and goddess incarnation. In all our temples, I keep only the incarnations. See, Venkateshwara, incarnation. Arunagiri Yogeshwara, incarnation. Meenakshi, incarnation. Because their lives have meaning. They are not myth. They are perfect math. It may be mystical, but not mythological. When you do not understand the math of the mystery, you make it mythological. When you understand the mystery, you will understand it is a simple math, not myth. If you don't know the mystery, math become myth. Meenakshi is the perfect example of authenticity, of mamakara, ahankara, anyakara. Each time you raise to the anyakara of me, means my image of you, you express being one with the cosmos. You cease to be the individual soul. You cease to be the individual soul and you become the very cosmic soul. I'll brief the Meenakshi story. Understand? I'll explain Meenakshi's story today. Part of Meenakshi's story. She goes to all the three worlds and conquers everybody. Literally everybody. And goes to Kailash, conquers Subramanya, Ganesha. Of course, Meenakshi is an incarnation of Devi, Parvati. So before she incarnated as Meenakshi, she has given birth to Ganesha and Subramanya, all of them. So the Meenakshi Sundareshwara wedding was attended by Ganesha and Subramanya. Both kids attended the wedding of father and mother. Now even Paranjoti, Rishi Paranjoti, who writes the Thiruvilayadar Puranam, records Ganesha and Subramanya attended the wedding ceremony. He also records the Ganesha Puja to be done during the wedding was done directly to Pratyaksha Ganesha without having the deity of Ganesha. He took the Ahudi directly. So she conquered Subramanya, Ganesha, then finally Nandi. Nandi is standing, fight goes on. She won, Nandi also. And then when she stood in front of Mahadeva, when your individual soul raises to the level of standing face to face in front of the cosmic soul, the anger disappears, sadhana disappears. When the anger disappears, please understand, when the energy expresses as anger, if the anger is removed from the energy, it just completely turns into love. She just fell in love because the anger, the chilly component of the energy was removed. And very beautifully the story says, first time in her life, she understood what is shyness. Very sweetly the story explains. She understood what is shyness. most of our women, forget about men, even women, do not know shyness. Understand? If you are born and brought up in city, you do not know anything called shyness. Still maybe little in the villages, remote villages of India, the shyness is there. Shyness means the giggly romance you carry about carrying your own identity. Understand? I'm defining shyness. The giggly romance you feel inside you about carrying your own identity, means your own body and mind. If you are born and brought up in cities, the subtle parts, those subtle feelings are all already destroyed, because in city you need to defend yourself, protect yourself. A lot of men's eyes fall on you from the young age. So you have to create certain identity, certain understanding, certain defense mechanism. So you need to grow a lot of thorns around you. So that takes away the grace of a rose. In the village, especially safe Indian villages, many eyes falling on you, in a vulgar way, the possibility is less. So still you carry that giggly romance inside your heart about how you carry your body, how you feel about you, how you carry your identity. So first time, Meenakshi experienced shyness. She was brought up to be a king. Please understand, not to be a queen, to be a king, because the moment she was born, her father was given instruction by Mahadeva, Almighty, think of her as a son and bring her up to be a king. She had a body with qualities of masculine and feminine, both genders, which is very rare body. She had that kind of body. That is why the power, the aggression. She was a powerful king. I don't want to use the word queen. Sundareshwara was actually like a queen. She was like a powerful king. Really powerful. So the story says, the moment she felt that shyness, the masculine components which she was carrying in the body, all of that disappeared. She just fell into the sweet depth of passive feminine consciousness. I can say she became enlightened. The physiological and psychological mutation has happened. The union of the masculine and feminine energy happened inside her. Then Mahadeva says, all right, what do you want? Do you want to fight? She said, no, I want to marry you. Then he says, all right, you are in human body. I have to assume a human body to marry you. You go back to Madurai. I'll come there as Sundareshwara and marry you. Then he comes down as Sundareshwara and marries her. The whole story is the story of authenticity. The problem is the moment I remember Meenakshi, I don't speak. There is so much to say. About Sundareshwara I can speak, but not about Meenakshi. The whole Meenakshi story is story of authenticity. Every time you raise to the Anyakara, you stretch yourself to fulfill the Anyakara. You achieve completion. You achieve fulfillment. You achieve union. Liberation from your individual identity happens to you only when you raise yourself to the Anyakara of others. When you stretch yourself to the Anyakara, liberation from Ahankara and Mamakara happens. I'll give you the next level of assignment. Please understand, today's assignment is extension of yesterday's assignment. Look deeply within and identify the inauthenticity in those conflicting aspects of your life. Identify what are the words you gave and did not fulfill. Identify if you gave words which are not according to your peak capacity, not just what you think as peak of your capacity, but what others consider as peak of your capacity. You may be thinking you will take 80 marks, but your mother really thinks you will take 100 mark. So only when you stretch yourself to the 100 mark, you liberate yourself from the identity you carry about you. Understand, covering up your mamakara happens by ahankara. But liberation from your mamakara happens only when you fulfill anyakara. Liberation from mamakara happens only when you fulfill anyakara. So today's assignment, look deeply within and identify the inauthenticity in those conflicting aspects of your life. Identify what are the words you gave and did not fulfill. Identify if you gave words which are not according to the peak of your capacity, not just what you think as peak of your capacity, but what others also consider as peak of your capacity. I bless you all who are sitting with us around the world at this moment. 671 places through Nithyananda TV, 28 places two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha, in 313 cities in 28 countries around the world as per the statistics. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share, explode and enrich with eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.